President of Kazakhstan Kassym-Jomart Tokayev paid a working visit to Armenia. President Tokayev takes part in a meeting of the Supreme Eurasian Economic Council held in Yerevan. First, the head of state held bilateral meetings. President Tokayev spoke with Prime Minister of Armenia, Nikol Pashinyan, about the need to intensify trade and economic relations. Meanwhile, according to results of 2018, trade turnover between the countries amounted to nearly $13 million.
Желание развивать сотрудничество между нашими государствами очень большое.
There is a huge willingness to develop cooperation between states. Nonetheless, there are objective and to some extent subjective reasons that hinder development of trade and economic cooperation, since a political will is obvious. Nevertheless, we need to pay special attention to the trade and economic cooperation. Therefore, there are expectations assigned to the Joint Intergovernmental Commission.
Работу совместной межправительственной комиссии.
Конечно, в последние годы наши торгово-экономические отношения
Of course, our trade and economic relations have expanded in recent years. I think that we have way more potential. We should work to ensure that this potential is realized for the benefit of our countries and people. The EAEU opens up new business opportunities for Kazakhstan and Armenia. I hope that we will help our business people to cooperate in a more active way.
Нашим бизнесменам сотрудничать все больше и больше.
In addition, the President of Kazakhstan met with Prime Minister of Singapore, Lee Hsien Loong. The two leaders highlighted that today bilateral cooperation is conducted at all levels. Today, the President of Kazakhstan met with President of Iran, Hassan Rouhani. The parties discussed issues of further cooperation as well as development of trade and economic relations. The attention was placed on implementation of joint projects. Kazakhstan and China will expand cooperation in digital technologies, including artificial intelligence, blockchain, and big data. Chinese ambassador to Kazakhstan, Zhang Xiao, said that this industry is defined as a priority in the upcoming time. China occupies a leading position in development of high technologies.
Президент Kassym-Jomart Tokayev выразил заинтересованность в развитии наших двусторонних отношений.
President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev voiced his interest in development of our bilateral relations in telecommunications, artificial intelligence, big data, blockchain, the Internet of Things, and digital transformation. Owing to our joint efforts, our relations are developing positively, and today the relations have risen to a very high level. Kazakhstan is a priority for China, and the development of relations with Kazakhstan is highlighted in the agenda.
Приоритетов. И развитие отношений с Казахстаном всегда, я подчеркиваю, отмечено в повестке дня.
Kazakhstan plans to become a regional hub of Islamic banking for Commonwealth of Independent States as well as Central Asian countries. The Astana International Financial Center creates a favorable environment for the market participants. Special legal and tax preferences are provided as well as the infrastructure and opportunities for development of expertise are created. Islamic securities will also be launched in 2020. Currently, the Islamic finance has 2% of global finance assets.
So Central Asia was the seat of learning, was the heartbeat of Islamic world education. So we are going back to basics again. We have this reconnection with our history. We are dealing with finance according to Islamic principles and rules. And what is Islamic principles and rules? Islamic principles are you cannot borrow and pay interest. So you cannot have a lender and a borrower relationship. If you want to use money from somebody, you should become partners.
Western Mexico experienced tropical storm Narda. The storm caused heavy rainfalls which devastated several states. Thousands of residents are evacuated. There are no reports on victims and injured people at this point. More than 100 people died as a result of heavy rains in India. The most suffered states are Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Thousands of people were evacuated from the disaster area and placed in camps where they have been given the necessary assistance. This year, a monsoon season in India has lasted for almost a month. Russia conducted a test launch of Topol-M intercontinental ballistic missile from its Plesetsk launch site in Arkhangelsk region. The video of the test launch was distributed by the press service of the Russian Ministry of Defense. The militaries claimed that the test launch was successful. The number of livestock is increasing in Karaganda region. Villagers in the region purchase elite cattle breeds under the Sabaga program. This year, 50 farms in the region have received funding from the program. For example, last year, this farm has more than 100 cows and 200 horses. Now, the number of livestock has doubled.
Ресейден 104 бас абырдына ангус пародалы қарамал әкелдік. Мінекей.
We purchased 104 heifers of the Angus breed in Russia. This breed is resistant to the cold weather. The heifers have adapted well and quickly gained weight.
Ептеп заулап жатыр. Жаман емес. Мінекей. Оң жағында, сол жағында тұр. Жақсы біздің жерге, шөпке төзімді.
The project introduces loyal lending conditions. Money is issued for 15 years with 14% interest rate per annum. 10% of the interest is repaid under the state subsidies. Last year, 87 farms in Karaganda region took advantage of the Sabaga program. In total, nearly 5,500 heads of cattle and 2,500 small cattle were purchased. Since the beginning of the year, 44 farms have submitted applications to purchase 2,800 heads of cattle. Funds have been issued for 1,700 heads of cattle. Increasing the number of pedigree cattle is profitable to improve the export potential of agricultural producers in the region. Tajikistan aims to develop tourism. A tourist cultural and entertainment center has been commissioned in the republic. The facility includes swimming pools, an aqua park, a zoo, a beach area and others. The center was built taking into account all modern needs. Experts said that this will allow increasing the quality of the service industry in the country and will contribute to development of tourism. The total area of the tourist center was 13 hectares before it was modernized. Then the area was increased to 17 hectares. The entrance and territory around the center are decorated in national style. The facility can fit up to 5,000 visitors. The Osh city in Kyrgyzstan hosted Art Ordo 7th International Theatre Festival. People's Artist of Kazakhstan, Talgat Timenov, was awarded for his contribution to theatre development, humanism and morality. The art director of the Kazakh National Music and Drama Theatre is a well-known person in the Turkic theatre world.
Я горжусь тем, что сегодня получаю в рамках.
I am proud that I was awarded at Art Ordo 7th International Theatre Festival. As part of the festival, this award is given for contribution in the theatre development, humanism and morality. I am very proud and happy.
Этот приз я очень горжусь, я очень счастлив.
The performance of the Youth Theatre of Nur Sultan garnered the attention of jury members and spectators at the international festival. Actors performed the play, which was based on The Day Lasts More Than 100 Years novel by Chingiz Aytmatov. The performance won the Grand Prix. Our youth theatre, the fact that we are young, a little luck and the fair assessment of the jury have played a role. I am grateful to Kyrgyz people. Theatre troupes from 7 countries, including Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan and Turkey, took part in the Art Ordo Festival. During the festival, over 200 actors showcased their vision of famous works to sophisticated spectators. The application for the admission to the 100 New Faces project has started in Kazakhstan. The project is dedicated to the Year of Youth in 2019. Local citizens aged up to 39 can take part in the project. Consideration will be given to concrete achievements in the areas of science, society, medicine and sports. Interested candidate could visit the project website and answer a questionnaire in order to submit his or her application. Winners of the project in the previous years will visit all regions in Kazakhstan in search of the most suitable candidates. The application is opened until October 20th. The results will be concluded in December.
Үлкен жобаны бастайық деп жатырмыз. Өздеріңіз жақсы білесіздер, осыдан 2 жыл бұрын елбасы рухани.
We are launching a large project. 2 years ago, the first president initiated the modernization of Kazakhstan's identity program. As part of this program, we are starting the third stage of the 100 New Faces project, which has a huge positive impact on development of society. Therefore, we decided to continue the project.
Тигізіп келе жатыр. Сондықтан да осы жобаны жалғастыруға біз бел будық.
Botai is Culture of the Great Steppe exhibition was opened in the Museum of History in Petropavlovsk. Vivid paintings of 20 artists from Kazakhstan, Russia, Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan are made available to visitors for 1 month. Masters were so inspired by the ancient civilization that they created 80 paintings instead of planned 40. Organizers highlighted that the exhibition aims to showcase uniqueness of the archaeological facility via works of famous artists, not only for Kazakhstan, but also for countries of far and near abroad. The Botai culture. It is a great culture of nomads who have great importance. Botai is a cradle of the ancient civilization and horse breeding. I was very excited when I saw a settlement. The exposition will be presented both in Nur-Sultan and Almaty. The capital of France hosted a festival of Kazakh films. Sophisticated spectators in Paris watched the most successful Kazakh movies of recent years, including Ayka, Kazakh Hanate, Road to Mother, and Amre. The film Amre was released under Paris song title. I had a huge responsibility because this was a dream of deceased author Jarkyn Shakarim, who dedicated his life to studying Amre. The author wanted the public in Paris to watch this movie. He wanted to revive Amre's image in Paris. Well-known Cinema La Lincoln couldn't fit the public willing to make it to the film screening. Organizers of the festival, specifically the Association of the Kazakh Film in France, focused on garnering the interest of local film distributors. Representatives of 120 companies attended the film screenings. Our goal is to organize a festival and attract many distributors and journalists in order to increase their interest in diversity and quality of the given films, which are not popular in Europe yet. We have a lot of copyright films at international film festivals in Europe, which actively attract the public. All the participating films were awarded by the end of the festival. The event will become annual. The festival won't be limited with the movie rental as part of this festival in France. Special film screenings have been planned in other European countries. I'm honored to be here to take part in the festival and to support it when it's organized for the first time. In Paris, Kazakh culture should be introduced through cinema. The Kazakh film industry produces good quality movies that are in demand abroad. The interest of spectators in Paris can serve as evidence. The festival visitors told that through films they discovered new Kazakhstan with its ancient history, unique culture and promising future. A creative evening of the Qorqut traditional musical group was held in the capital. The evening was an opening for the 5th capital's concert season. The event was dedicated to the 165th anniversary of Kazakh legendary Kyushu composer Kazangab Tlepbergenova. The concert program included the author's best music works, as well as the famous cycle of 62 keys. The concert program is very interesting because it includes the famous keys, melodies and works of Kazanğap Tlepbergenova, which was performed by an ensemble. Every student also performed a solo program. For more than 40 years, we have studied the Kuyushe composer's work taught to us by the teacher Abdulhambet Raimbergenov. We try to reflect this experience on the stage.